Pillar number one, let's start with my favorite food. Start with sustenance. Most women think that fat loss is about eating less. So maybe in our 20s and 30s, we just eat salads for a couple of weeks and 5 kilos would drop off us like magic. In midlife, it's actually about eating better, not just about eating less. Sustenance does not mean dieting. It's about nourishment. It's about giving your body what it needs to thrive, to rebuild strength, and to release stored fat. Now, one of the biggest levers when it comes to sustenance is protein. After 40, you might know this already, but after 40, we naturally lose around 3 to 5% of muscle every decade. That accelerates after menopause. Now, muscle, that's our metabolic engine. The more muscle we have, the more energy we burn, even when we're resting. And protein helps rebuild that muscle. It is the building block for muscle. It also does a couple of really helpful things when it comes to hunger and appetite. It helps keep you full for longer, and it slightly boosts metabolism because it takes more energy for your body to digest protein than it does carbohydrates and fats. So I often say that protein is like scaffolding for your metabolism. Quick question for you. How many of you feel confident that you're getting enough protein in your day as it is? As a rough guide, this is how we know if we're getting enough. I recommend aiming for at least 100 grams of protein a day minimum. The reason I say that is that we want to be eating around, now I'm going to throw some numbers at you here, you can write them down or not. We want to be eating around 1.6 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of ideal body weight. If you're in the US watching this, it's kind of 1 gram per pound-ish. Maybe just under 0.7 to 1 gram per pound. But for the Aussies and the Kiwis and everyone else who uses metric, 1.6 to 2 grams of protein per kilo of ideal body weight. So if your goal weight is 60 kilograms, I'm going to use easy numbers here, that's 96 to 120 grams of protein per day. So it usually looks like about 30 to 40 grams at each main meal and a small protein snack, something along those lines. So good sources include things like fish, lean meat, tofu, Greek yogurt, any sort of low-fat dairy, eggs, lentils, protein powder. In the midlife playbook that I'm sharing with you at the end, I have got a protein cheat sheet, which also gives you a guide around this so that you can start to figure out, are you getting enough protein in your day and how do we do that? Inside the Goddess Project, we call this your protein rhythm. And it means that instead of having to obsessively track macros, we can build a simple rhythm across the day based on protein. And this is honestly something that I see transform results really quickly. It can be such a game changer. So my client Dan came to me saying, I'm eating healthily, but I am starving by 3 p.m. every day. That's when my cravings go through the roof and I can't help it. I go for chocolate. So when we looked at her meals, she was having things like toast or cereal for breakfast, a salad for lunch, and then, a proper meal for dinner. But we changed just one thing. What we did is we built protein into her breakfast and lunch, and within 2 weeks, her cravings dropped dramatically, her weight started to come down, and she said it's a total game changer. So it can make a big difference, protein. The second big rock when it comes to your sustenance is plants. So in the Goddess Project, we talk about protein and plants. So plants, aka fiber. Now, fiber supports your gut. It stabilizes blood sugar, reduces cravings. Women need about 25 grams of fiber per day minimum. In my experience, vast number of women don't get nearly enough. Even if you're eating some salads and veggies every now and then, 25 grams is a decent amount. So a simple way to make sure you're getting enough is to build your meals around plants along with your protein. Having a salad once a day is honestly not enough. It's vegetables with every meal if you can. It doesn't have to be, but vegetables or fruit, like 1 or 2 pieces of fruit each day. Fruit cops a bad rap. Fruit is amazing for fiber. Please include it in your diet. Beans or lentils are incredible for fiber, so including those a few times a week. Fiber, what it does, it slows down digestion. So it smooths out those blood sugar swings and cravings. And it also keeps you full for longer, a bit like protein. So it means that naturally, even again, without having to change too much or track your calories or macros, then you're fuller for longer. So you're automatically eating less. So it smooths out those blood sugar swings, as I said, and when blood sugar is stable and the cravings are down and you feel fuller for longer, fat loss becomes so much easier to sustain.